Rascal Makes Mischief on Mackinac Island. So this is a Michigan book. This is our dog. Me and my big brother Charlie found our puppy at a place for lost and lonely pets. We named him Rascal. Dad and Mom mostly call him Rascal Oh No. Strangers usually call him Down 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 or Down Dog Down, but everyone calls me Ben. One of the best things about Rascal is that he loves to take trips. Right now, we're on our way to an island called Mackinac, which floats in Lake Huron besides the tippy top of Michigan's Mitten. Dad said this island is so old that it doesn't even have cars. We'll ride in our own car until we get to the water, and then we ride on a boat. Rascal is very helpful in the car. He hops from side to side, barking to tell Dad the right way to go. He pants really hard and steams up our windows so Charlie and me can draw pictures. He finds all the treats Mom has hidden and opens the bags for us with his teeth. He chews our good dress shoes so me and Charlie will get to wear our old sneakers to dinner in fancy restaurants. Finally, just when Rascal's getting tired of making me ask, "Are we there yet?" our car finds Mackinac City and stops near the water. Dad puts the leash on Rascal so everyone can unload the car. Rascal loves the boat ride. Above the barking, we can hear someone tell us Mackinac is a turtle-shaped island with a rich history and legends that date back to woodland Indians 1,000 years ago. Rascal helps the captain by running from side to side on the top deck, warning the seagulls and lighthouses not to hit our boat. I hope that your stay in Mackinac is long, sir. You might consider trying one of our competitors' ferries on your return journey, the captain says at the dock. Dad wipes his forehead. The hotel man loads our suitcases on a cart. We get to ride our bikes, and Rascal runs along beside us. We stop to look around our way to the hotel. Wow, I've never seen so many candy stores, I yell. Rascal is very happy about that. On the way to our hotel, Rascal licks 3 little kids' ice cream cones. He eats a Mackinac cherry chocolate cone that dropped on the sidewalk and gobbles down an almost whole foot-long hot dog with chili and mustard and relish and onions. Then he jumps up and grabs a box of fudge from a bike basket. Rascal doesn't look so good. When we get to the hotel, he throws up. Dad tells me to take Rascal far away from the hotel's front door. Dad decides it's time for our carriage ride. The ride is really, really fun. Rascal makes friends with Warrior and Flash, 2 very big, make the huge, enormous horses that are pulling our carriage. Rascal thinks they're big dogs. They think Rascal's a little pest. The candy stores on Mackinac Island make 10,000 pounds of fudge every day in the summer. The carriage driver tells us when we start our trip. Rascal knows what Warrior and Flash are making, and it isn't fudge. It looks like 10,000 pounds of, well, Mom won't let me say it. The driver says that Mackinac horses have their own wagons and cleanup crews. Mom says that she wishes Rascal and me had our own cleanup crew. Our first stop is near the great big white fancy grand hotel. A famous movie was filmed at the hotel, and it has the longest porch in the world, 660 feet, the driver says. Great for sliding, Rascal tells me. Not for sliding, a man in uniform tells Rascal after he picks up a lady in a flowery dress. Then me. Then the tray and glasses he accidentally spilled. That beautiful big house flying the Michigan flag off the cliff belongs to our governor, the driver says after we all get in the carriage again. Gee, Mom, should we go say hi, I ask? Mom shuts her eyes. I don't think the governor is ready for us, she says. Next, a bigger carriage takes us to a very old post cemetery and on to Skull Cave. The driver tells us that Indians once hid a friend there during a battle, and the cave was filled with old bones. When no one is looking, Rascal decides to run and peek in the cave. Rascal would like those old bones a lot, but the cave is empty. Shucks. Rascal is really, really disappointed. But I find our way back to the road. No problem. The carriage driver seems a little groggy when she comes back for us. I guess the weather's too hot for her. The arch is a stone bridge that reaches 146 feet above the water. That's a long way up. Rascal decides that it's a great place to play. I spy. Just as we start to crawl toward the top of the bridge, the park ranger grabs me by my shorts and Rascal by his leash and said, "That isn't a good idea, son." "It was my dog's idea, sir," I say. The carriage ride ends at the bestest of all places, the fort. The fort is really great. High on a mountain watching the water, it has creepy old buildings and canyons and pretend soldiers with real guns. In the afternoon, the soldiers line up to tell the stories and show how people fighted in the old-fashioned days about 200 years ago. After they tell us that English soldiers sneaked up on the Americans and won the fort, the pretend soldiers line up, load their guns, and fire. Rascal gets so excited, he wants to see the guns up close. He jumps on the first soldier, who falls and knocks down the whole line of men, just like dominoes. When we've run all around the fort, we see grown-ups riding carriages to a big hotel with a big green lawn that has white chairs in lines and big white tent that doesn't look very good for camping. When Rascal sees a squirrel on a white arch over the bridge, or bride lady, and a man in a penguin suit, he knows that pets are invited to the wedding, so he runs over to play. The squirrel jumps down and races Rascal to the big, beautiful cake. "This is a wedding no one will ever forget," the minister tells my dad afterwards. He and Dad wipe their foreheads. Dad keeps saying he's really, really sorry. On the way back to our hotel, Rascal has another good idea. Charlie, Rascal, and me splash in the icy cold Lake Huron so we can wash off the delicious white frosting we didn't eat. Then Rascal gets to shake and chase birds and bark at the boats. Charlie gets to build the sand fort. I get to just sit still and be quiet. Later, I put on my PJs and brush every one of my teeth, and Dad gives me a piggyback ride, and Mom kisses me goodnight and says, "Sleep tight, don't let the bedbugs bite." Then I ask, "Dad, can Rascal and me play Sneaky Pete tonight at midnight and find ghosts?" "Don't even joke about it, son," he says with a little groan as he flicks off the light. Only guess what? I'm not joking. "Good night, everybody," I yell. We're having a really, really great adventure, aren't we? Everybody is very, very quiet. I lean under the bed to show Rascal my glow-in-the-dark watch with the number 12. "Wonder where we'll go on vacation next time, Rascal?"